Welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie if you have not been here before, and thanks so much for watching this video. A couple months ago, I shared my newborn essentials, everything that I absolutely love for the 0 to 3 month age. Everything that I shared in that video was all under $100, and I mentioned that in the future I would be sharing all of my favorite baby items over $100, and today is that day. I didn't want to share too soon because I did want to live with these items for a little bit longer just to make sure that I was absolutely in love. Most of the items that I'm sharing with you guys today, I did a ton of research on before I purchased them or put them on my registry. I absolutely hate wasting money. I think most people do, but I want to be clear, in no way am I trying to tell you that you absolutely 1000% have to purchase these specific items. I can't emphasize this enough. Every baby is so different. Every parent's needs are so different. So something that I'm sharing today that I absolutely love, you might end up hating, and that's what's kind of tricky but also beautiful about parenting. Every child is unique. So anyway, the goal of this video is just to give you my opinion, just put one more opinion out there that you can either listen to or not listen to. Most of these items that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, I absolutely 1000% love, love, love. There is one or two items that I'm like, you don't need to spend the pretty penny on that item. So before we get started, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel if you have not already. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload. If you guys enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I'd so appreciate that. Leave a comment down below letting me know what else you guys would like to see from me. Also, if there are any baby items that you love or maybe don't love and you want to give a little friendly advice to all the parents that are listening here, go ahead and leave a little comment down below. Please be nice though. I know a lot of this stuff can be very polarizing. As always, I will definitely be sure to link everything that I'm sharing with you guys today down in the description box. You can also find my social channels down there: presets, Poshmark, Instagram, TikTok, outfit details, camera details, all that great stuff. And that is it. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's start out with probably one of the most polarizing baby items that I had so much difficulty deciding on: a freaking stroller. I did so much research trying to figure out what stroller I wanted, and I swear to you, every single time I thought I found the one, I saw a video or a review somewhere that just made me go, wait, what? Maybe I don't want that one. It was so difficult deciding. So I cannot recommend enough actually going into a stroller store or a department store where you can actually feel the stroller, look at it, talk to the sales associate, read the little specs on everything, just to get a better idea of what you're going to be purchasing, because a lot of times stores can be finicky about returns on strollers as well as car seats, rightfully so, but a stroller can be pretty pricey, so you just want to make sure that you're getting what you think you're getting. So let's talk about what I actually got. I went with the UPPAbaby VISTA. When I picked out my particular stroller, the V3 wasn't out yet, so I got the V2. I absolutely love my stroller. Like I said, I have seen so many reviews of people who hate the stroller, and that's fine. I am very, very happy to report that I absolutely love it. Like I said, you have to purchase with your needs in mind, with your baby's needs in mind. And my son was born in December. Arizona winters are literally the dream, the best season we have by far. So I knew after giving birth that my husband and I were going to be walking that baby outside, enjoying the fresh air at least once a day, and that is exactly what we did. So I wanted to make sure that I had a stroller that felt really good walking on pavement, and every single person that has pushed my stroller has been like, what the heck, this thing is so smooth. It feels so sturdy and durable. My baby feels so safe in there. Another reason that I wanted this particular stroller is because the one that I actually picked out comes with the bassinet. You can pick out like a couple different options. I think there is one version that just has the rumble seat, but I wanted the bassinet attachment, and it was so perfect. He napped so well while we were on walks. He was perfectly comfortable in there. I also loved it because the bassinet is overnight sleeper proofed. So if he fell asleep on our walk, I felt completely comfortable just rolling him into the kitchen, parking him there, and letting him sleep until he woke up. We probably could have put him in the rumble seat a little bit earlier than we did. He was definitely trying to let us know that he was a little too old for the bassinet. I think maybe around 3 months, months. I can't exactly remember, but once we put him in that rumble seat with the infant insert, which by the way, I did not purchase from UPPAbaby. I got the Amazon dupe and it worked great. He was like, oh my gosh, this is great. I can see everything. He loves the rumble seat. The other thing that I really loved about this stroller is it does have car seat adapters where you can clip in certain car seats to it. So that is actually the way that we got around the airport with the stroller. We've flown with it twice and had no issues. Something that was really nice about rolling it around the airport is the undercarriage part has so much space in it. We were able to just like shove backpacks and bags and my breast milk cooler, all of those things down there, and it was super comfortable just rolling it around the airport. And I also chose to get this stroller because hopefully at some point in the near-ish future, not too soon, we intend on having another child. So I love that this stroller also has the option to add another rumble seat, so it becomes a double stroller. When I was trying to make a decision on this stroller versus other strollers, one of the criticisms that I saw is that the stroller is quite heavy. I can't tell you exactly off the top of my head how much it weighs, but I went into a stroller store actually intending on purchasing the Cruise, which is the step down from the Vista. I knew it was more lightweight, but when I realized it was only 5 pounds less than the Vista, that didn't really seem worth it to me, especially because that one doesn't become a double stroller, which I knew I wanted in the future. So anyway, I ultimately went with the Vista and my husband and I both love it. Again, this is all based on needs, right? So I personally have never had to load it in the car myself. My husband and I work from home, so I wasn't taking him on the go constantly when he was really young. So again, I've never had to load it in the car myself, and if that is something that you're going to be doing a lot, yeah, you might want to practice in a stroller store, seeing if you can actually pick it up yourself. So that is my opinion on the UPPAbaby Vista. I absolutely love it. Let's talk next about my little crib here. I will admit this was completely influenced by a girl that I saw that had this crib on Instagram. I was immediately attracted to it because I thought it was so beautiful, but you never really know until you get to see it in person. I don't remember doing a ton of shopping around for a crib. With all of the amazing reviews, I felt pretty comfortable picking it out, and I'm so glad I did. I absolutely love it. It is the Nestig Wave crib. The thing that sold me probably the most on this crib is I did not have to get a separate bassinet. This crib goes from a mini crib to a full-size crib to a toddler bed. I know there's a lot of cribs that do full-size crib to toddler bed, but when I was shopping around, I didn't see as many options like this that also had the mini crib. I feel like most videos that I've seen out there, parents are purchasing a separate bassinet. So I loved that this option was all three. The mini bassinet was so amazing. We would wheel him around the house wherever we were at, whether he was sleeping in the mini bassinet, whether he was just kind of wiggling around in there and having fun. It was so nice and handy. He slept amazing in it. And when we transitioned him from the mini bassinet to the full-size crib, I was a little nervous it was gonna be a headache to set up, but my dad and I put it together and it was really, really seamless, very easy. When he went from the mini bassinet to the crib, I was like, holy cow, this thing is a boat. It is massive, but it is a standard size crib. I can't obviously comment on the toddler bed at this point because my son is only 7 months old, but from the photos that I've seen, it is really beautiful and I love the style. The wood is absolutely gorgeous as well. It's really durable. I really have no complaints about it. The only thing that I will say that is just kind of a minor annoyance, if you will, but I was able to figure it out. The mini bassinet was a little bit difficult to find sheets for. You can buy them directly from Nestig. I found them to be a little bit on the pricier end. So I probably tried like 3 or 4 different sizes of sheets before I found one that fits perfectly. I got them on Amazon. I'll leave the link to that down in the description box. But that was my only kind of headache with the crib. But once I figured that out, we're good to go. So if you're thinking about a Nestig crib, 10 out of 10 out of 10. I love ours so much. And by the way, I should mention too, both my stroller and my crib were gifts from family members. My parents gifted us our stroller and my husband's parents gifted us our crib. I feel very, very fortunate to have been gifted these items from family. So if there's anything that you really love that is a higher price point, put it on your registry. You never know. Your friends or family might want to kind of pool together and get you something really nice. So let's talk about baby monitors next. This first one that I'm gonna mention, again, highly polarizing. Also talked to two moms that I personally know about whether or not to purchase this. One of them said, I don't really think it's necessary. The other said, this is an absolute must. This is like top 5 necessary things to go on your registry. You must get it. So I was like, what do I do? But ultimately, I am so happy that I ended up picking it up. It is the Owlet Dream Sock. Now, if you look at Reddit or anywhere else, again, some people will say, this product saved my baby's life. Other people will say, it is absolutely not necessary. Nurses and doctors said, don't get it. It's all dependent on you and what you feel most comfortable with. If you are not aware, the Owlet Dream Sock is a little device that you put on their foot at night. We alternate feet every single night, and it gives you their oxygen levels as well as their pulse rate. Also tells you if they're sleeping or awake, what type of sleep they're in, whether it's light or deep. I remember when we took him home, we tried putting it on him the first night, and my husband just got frustrated because he could not figure out how to put it on his foot. I don't even think we watched a video or tutorial on how to do it. He was like, forget it, like he's gonna be fine, like don't worry about it. And we didn't actually use it on him for, I think, the first 3 months of his life. He was completely fine, never had any kind of scares or anything. And it wasn't until one morning I woke up and I looked at him and he was on his stomach. I fully panicked. I was like, no, we're getting that Owlet Dream Sock out. We're going to figure it out. I cannot handle the fact that I found him on his stomach. It freaked me out so much. If you do any research, which I did after the fact, if you place them on their back and they find themselves on their stomach, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. You can turn them over, but as long as they get there themselves, it's okay. Regardless, I could not handle it. I needed peace of mind, so we started using the Owlet Dream Sock, and I was so mad at myself that I hadn't been using it from the get-go. Like, we should have just tried earlier. The first 3 months of his life, I can't tell you how many times I woke up in the middle of the night and I just had to look at him. Sometimes I would get up and I would like check to make sure he was breathing, like, is your chest moving up and down still? If I just had that Dream Sock on, I would feel so much more comfortable. The thing about it is you don't even have to look at your phone to make sure that their levels are good. I keep the little home base on my nightstand, and to show you that it's tracking him and his vitals are good, it glows green. If there are any issues with the sock placement or one of his levels is lower, it will sound an alarm that wakes you up. Some people have had issues with false alarms. We've only had one time where it went off, maybe twice in the middle of the night, and it was just a sock placement issue. I'm guessing it just shifted a little bit as he was sleeping, but it was a really easy fix. He didn't even wake up when it went off. It is a part of our nightly routine now. He wears it every single night to bed, and I just feel so much more at peace being a parent. I'm also going to feel more comfortable once he moves to his own room wearing it. We don't put it on him during naps during the day. He's only sleeping for a couple hours max. But the times when I am sleeping, I feel more confident him wearing it. One thing that I will say is super annoying about the Owlet Dream Sock is traveling with it can be a little bit of a pain. Connecting to the Wi-Fi at a hotel for the Owlet Dream Sock is a bit of a hassle. Almost every single hotel that I've been to with it, I've had an issue. I'm not good at this tech stuff, but the Wi-Fi on the Dream Sock does require a particular speed of Wi-Fi, something like that. And most of the free Wi-Fi that is available at the hotel is just not good enough for it. Or if the hotel doesn't have a password that you need, there's always an issue. Every hotel that I've had issues with though, they've always been extremely accommodating. Usually I just tell them like, hey, can I have the password to your better Wi-Fi system? So whether it's like the conference Wi-Fi at the hotel, or sometimes it's been like a maintenance Wi-Fi, they've always been really good. You just have to tell them like, it's my baby monitor, like I need access to it. It's finicky. And every time I've had an issue, they've been able to resolve it. So that is the one thing that is kind of frustrating. But that is in fact another reason that I love the Owlet Dream Sock too, is because 2 of the hotels we've been to, we've used their travel crib, and it's always just like kind of nerve-wracking using somebody else's crib. You're not sure about the mattress, how old it is. I just go through all the different safe sleep things in my head. So just having that on his foot, tracking his oxygen and his pulse just makes me feel so much more confident. Anyway, I absolutely love it. If you guys haven't figure that out yet. The other monitor that I have that is on the pricier side is the Nanit. That's actually what I'm using right now to watch my baby as he's sleeping. In our room right now, we just have our travel monitor just because I don't want to be moving the monitor back and forth, but he takes his naps in his room. So I have the Nanit set up there and I love it. The camera is definitely a lot nicer quality than the travel monitor that I have. It was so easy to set up. I love all the stats that you get with it, the temperature, the humidity. I love that it notifies you if it senses movement or crying or anything like that. My husband and I have just had such a great experience using it. By the way, I was gifted this Nanit, so thank you very much to Nanit for gifting this to me. This video is not sponsored though, and I'm not required to talk about it here. I definitely wouldn't have included it if I actually didn't love it. You can upgrade, same thing on the Owlet, you can also upgrade there too to get even more analytics on things, but with both of the monitors, I just used the free version. The Nanit gives you a video history as well as an activity tracker, so you can actually see what time they fell asleep, what time they woke up. There's a lot of like tips and tricks you can find on the app too. I don't really honestly look at all of that stuff. You can track your diaper changes, nursing, bottle, naps, all on there too, but again, I really only use it for the monitor aspect. One thing that I will say that I've seen about Wi-Fi monitoring systems is people have had problems with hackers. We have never had an issue. We've always had the two-factor authentication on. Basically, if somebody's trying to get into your monitor, it sends you a text message to approve it or not, so we've never had any issues. And I believe that's the only way that Nanit allows you to have an account anymore, is if you have that two-step set up. Anyway, I really love it. I think it's amazing. And I think the baby's waking up now, so I might have to pause here and come back. That was a very good nap. So clearly I'm a little long-winded, understatement of the century. I think I talked about 4 products. So that being said, I'm for sure splitting this video into 2 parts. It'll just be way too long to keep all of the footage in one video, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I'd so appreciate that. Leave a comment down below, letting me know if I missed anything on these products, or if you guys have a favorite stroller, crib, or monitor, go ahead and leave those down in the comments section. I would love to hear why you love the product. Like I mentioned at the top of the video, everything will be linked down in the description box, and that is it. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you for part 2 next week. Bye!